There was a time when we were much more powerful, but that was long ago.
First-person shooter action-adventure Destiny had plenty of hype and buzz. Activision made their $500 million on launch day based on that alone, but now it's time to cut through that and get to the core question: does Destiny deliver?
You must have no end of questions, Guardian.
Bungie develops and releases their prized baby Destiny, set in our solar system with a fictional storyline about expansion into the universe with a sudden invasion that destroys it all.
You're interesting. Not entirely interesting, but you have promise.
All you know from the start is that you're part of the Earth's Guardians, battling the so-called Fallen, joining other gamers online in the process. First impressions, they rest with the appearance and layout, which developers obviously took great care in crafting. The Moon, Mars, Venus, all landscapes are breathtaking truly. All of that interspersed with abandoned human settlements and aliens lying in wait to kill you. It's a new IP that takes advantage of next-gen consoles and resolution, making it as clean as possible, and Bungie went for it. Aesthetically, the gamer is sold based on that alone. The gameplay, we all had a lengthy opportunity to take advantage of this over the summer with the alpha, the beta. The idea is to encourage gamers to explore, to follow a story, or to get right down into it with other gamers and multiplayer. You are one of the Guardians, playing as either a hunter, a titan, or a warlock. I played majority of the game as the latter. Destiny has your typical first-person shooter elements, like an AI called the Ghost, who acts as the voice and guide in your head.
Signal dropped.
Motion and functionality work well, smooth. There's an array of sensational weapons, a lot of toys to unlock, and it's all about that leveling up. Here's one of the cooler moments I came across. You're going after this ancient sword on the moon, you find it, and suddenly, you're in third person hack and slash. It's a nice little surprise change up. One of the greater ideas to think out of the box, breaking the confines of a shooter game. It is an FPS that is completely online. This is the trend, to blend the online with the offline. But essentially, there's no such thing in theory as offline. Just like Watch Dogs, but this game widens that concept. So, for example, let's say you're going through the story, you're not exactly playing completely alone. It's more like parts of the game are gamer crossroads, I like to call it. You won't always see somebody else, but you're always online, mixed in with other gamers as you and they progress through objectives, a story, exploring, whatever they're doing. It's helpful in one sense because when you're plowing through the Fallen, sometimes you get a little help from somebody. Then again, all the online gamer inclusiveness will have one of your buddies show up out of nowhere as you're finishing a mission, you do a little dancing. Celebration dance. What's up, Edgar? How you doing, man? We're just dancing. That was so funny when that happened. What up, buddy? The Crucible. This is the place to face other gamers and sharpen your skills. It's intense and enjoyable. Although there's nothing really new here compared to, say, a Call of Duty, I would recommend leveling up into the double digits before attempting to step in there because there are some good gamers who will school you big time. While Destiny is mostly fun for the FPS aficionado, there are other huge pieces that fall short. Biggest of all revolves around the story and the characters. The story, I'm sorry to say, it is too generic, too slow, and too boring. I see no originality. This game tells you to become legend. Well, creating gaming characters become legend too, and so do stories. And that is up to the developer. Character names here are just blah. The Ghost, the Wizard, the Hive, the Darkness.
The darkness is coming back.
The Darkness? Really? We couldn't come up with anything better than the Darkness? They might as well have called you and I the Goodness. Destiny pales in comparison to the wit, charm, and personality of, say, a Borderlands or a BioShock. Great characters, great game, with great character. I don't see much of that here with Destiny. There is a lost sense of direction. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's something missing. Maybe there was just too much emphasis on the gameplay, the look, the weaponry, which is amazing, don't get me wrong, but not enough attention on a solid story to bring it all together. Look, I was waiting for the story, the background. Give me something compelling, personality to go along with this fabulous-looking world. Let's be more clear. Destiny is multiplayer heavy, scene setter, battlefield heavy. When I hear people saying Destiny is fantastic, it's awesome, I think that's what they're talking about. The Crucible, where it all happens, it is all out fun. I agree, which, okay, if you like that, so be it, but why not just release and advertise the game as such? Because the Destiny narrative sure seems like an afterthought. You fight and you fight and you fight. Where is that strong story? I don't know. This Sparrow S10 vehicle you can summon, traversing long distances, looks and sounds great, but it's really kind of hard to use. You bump into things, stopping and starting, and it's all too reminiscent, too, of Star Wars. I look like Darth Maul on this thing. So let's kind of come on back here, back to the more positive, and again, it's about the appearance. Clean, crisp, stunning. If that's what you like all on its own, that's fair. I personally look for more. My final verdict, is Destiny a good game or a great game? I'm leaning toward good. I'd elevate it to great if the story had more focus, more original characters without the vagaries. Destiny is one of the best we've seen to date so far based on looks, but falls well short on plot and direction.
Great. What do we do now?
Too hooked and devoted to Borderlands, BioShock, COD, you might be disappointed. A Far Cry fan? Wait for Far Cry 4 and then circle back to Destiny early next year. While I pointed at the highs and lows, I would say to the average gamer, yeah, get it. Why not? I think it is a good game, so give it a whirl. The game slogan says, become legend. I say, become understanding. I will. I'm sure it's not the last we'll hear about this ever-expanding, budding world we gamers now know as Destiny.